You are listening to the NPZ Law Firm Show. Immigration woes, visa serve no's. US and Canadian immigration and nationality lawyers who speak your language.
Back on the Immigration Hour with the NPZ Law Group, simplifying immigration for you. I'm Vijaya talking to Samantha Oberstein, counsel at NPZ Law. Hi, Samantha. Wonderful to have you on. How are you doing?
Good. Hi, Vijaya. How's everything?
Going well. All goes well, Samantha. So I wanted to ask you, we got this question from one of our listeners, and if they'd filed a U visa case, when can they expect to receive a decision, and what happens if they leave the US while it's pending?
So those are both really good questions and questions that we get often. Unfortunately, U visa cases are taking a very, very long time to process. Currently, I think it's at about 61 months. So you're looking at between 5 and 6 years for a decision on a U visa case, and that's only an estimate.
Mm.
What we're seeing is a little bit longer in some cases and a little bit shorter in others, but as a whole, U visa cases do take a very, very long time. So with that being said, the question always becomes, well, what do I do? While I'm here with no status, I'm here waiting for my U visa, what options do I have? And unfortunately, while the U visa is pending, you're not entitled to status. You are entitled to an EAD, but they are very delayed and backlogged in issuing those. I think right now it's at about 4 years after filing. So a lot of clients say to us, well, I can't stay here with no status. I can't stay here without the ability to work. And what if I leave? What happens if I leave the US? Or what happens if I'm deported? You know, maybe there's a client with a deportation order and ICE comes to pick them up, or maybe they're placed into court proceedings. What happens then? And the good news about a U visa case is that it still can continue processing even if the client's not in the United States.
Oh.
So the case keeps processing as normal. The only difference is that, of course, they're abroad as opposed to being in the US. And once it's approved, assuming approval, instead of just immediately having U visa status, the client would then need to go to the consulate for them to get the U visa issued in their passport. So the U visa can keep processing, which is always a good sign for a lot of our clients.
Yeah.
And once they're issued that U visa, if they are abroad, it'll be valid for 4 years. And during that time, they'll be able to apply for their green card. So yes, U visas do take a long time, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. It can still process even if you're not in the U.S.
Yes, that is the good news, and that's great to know. And thank you for that, Samantha. Appreciate it. Well, the road to immigration, US or Canadian, can be long and arduous, and you want to have the best advocate rooting for you and helping you through. That's the NPZ Law Group for you. Visit visaserve.com or call them today at 201-670-0006. And don't forget to mention Mirchi for a special discount on your consult. More in-depth insights on immigration law with the NPZ Law Group attorneys coming up in just a bit. Stay